What's up, everybody? It's a Funky Diabetic. How you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good, thank you for asking. You may have noticed how there haven't been any consecutive days with Knicks videos this week. That's because I've been studying for a math final, and just don't have enough time to work on the Knicks videos, pretty much. But starting next week, that will change because the math final is today, so good luck to me. I'm going to be spending the next 4 hours studying for my class because it starts at 6. Then the NBA draft's tonight, so there you go. But anyway, I was mean in the last video. I talked about some overrated players, and, pretty much everybody was fine. I mean, obviously there was a few dislikes. You knew that was going to happen. But today, the underrated point guards in the NBA. And we are going to start with Darren Collison of the Sacramento Kings. I'll admit, I wasn't a huge fan of Collison for a while. I even made a few jokes about him in some of my videos because he missed like a couple of wide open layups or something. And a big gripe with him was, he was kind of run-of-the-mill offensively and not too good defensively, but he stepped up his game. I mean, he's become a credible defender. Not great, but decent. And offensively, I mean, last season for the Kings, he averaged 16 points, 6 assists. He shot 47% from the field, and he shot 37% from 3. That's just solid all across the board. I mean, my gripe with him, and really my gripe with pretty much every single underrated point guard I'm going to name in this video, is they played about half the season in 2015. So just work on being healthy, guys. But besides that, I mean, Darren Collison's good. Like, what do you want? The next, what the hell am I talking about? Like, I'm already forgetting what this video is about. The next underrated point guard would be George Hill of the Indiana Pacers. Played about 43 games last season, so again, hopefully he can be healthy, but scored 16 points, averaged 5 assists. Percentages were all good, and he's always been like a natural leader. He seems to have that about him. Of course, he's also the guy who got traded for Kawhi Leonard, so I mean, he's always going to have that hanging over his head. But, good player. He's kind of like, maybe like a rich man's Mario Chalmers. Same type of games, but he's better. But last season, George Hill really became a scorer for Indiana, and he seems like someone who could play next to Paul George for a long time. Is he ever going to average like 8 or 9 assists? No, but 16 and 5 is really good. And over the last 2 months of last season, he basically averaged about 17 points a game. So just keep that going moving forward. And the last point guard I have is Drew Holliday. Now his name is stupid because who the hell names their son Drew but spells it J-R-U-E? But besides that, I mean, 15 points, 7 assists. Again, played about half the season, but just, the last time he played a full season was his last year with Philadelphia, and he didn't even make the All-Star team, like 17-9 if I'm not mistaken. And the thing with Drew Holliday is he's actually one of the better defensive point guards in the league, which doesn't get mentioned enough for some reason, I don't know. Really strong defensive player. Is he Patrick Beverley levels of good? No. Fun fact, you can YouTube Patrick Beverley stealing the ball from Drew Holliday like 3 plays in a row, which is pretty funny. But, Drew Holiday's good, man. I think if you just have him play a full season, which, that could be a legitimate concern, I think he could be the right point guard next to Anthony Davis. He's already made an all-star team. Just be healthy. That's all it is. So I guess I'm done. I guess I should also say that I'm not going to put Mike Conley or Jeff Teague in here because every time you hear about their names, everybody says they're underrated, so as a result, they're not underrated. And that's it. Hope you guys are having a good one. I'm done.